So today we are looking at the fearless Geek OS. So to be honest, I randomly found this Linux distro. I didn't have any idea or I don't know anything about this Linux distro because it's my first experience using this Linux distro. So I was searching for the topic in the SourceForge and I randomly found this fearless Geek OS Linux distro in the SourceForge. So it was released like a few hours or maybe few days ago. I properly don't know, but it was a 2024.1 edition. So here is the Fearless Geek OS. Let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So here is the boot menu, and you already know options. So let me quickly show you all the options. F2 for the language selection, F1 for the help, F3 for the time zone. I'm choosing Los Angeles. You can choose anything you want. F4 options, F5 persist, F6 failsafe, and F7 for console. So these are all the available options in the boot menu. So here is the live boot. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. So I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is a VMware with 8 GB of RAM and for 60 GB of hard disk, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So here is the desktop layout of a Fearless Geek OS. So it took almost a minute to boot in the in my laptop, so it should be more or less. So Fearless Geek OS Punk Rock Show 2024.1-9A. This is the complete ISO name or the Linux distro name. Here is the about section. So before that, let's quickly change the display settings. Let's type in here display, hit enter. Let me change the display to my resolution, which is 1920 into 1080 with a 16:9 ratio. Keep this configuration, close. So let me click on this too. So here is the Fearless OS. The desktop environment is XFCE 4.18.1, supported until June 2028. That's pretty almost like 5 years, 4-5 years. So it's 2024, so it should be 4 years. Debian version 12.4, that is the latest version of a Debian, and the MX version is Fearless Geek OS. So let's open the quick system info full report, and the user demo and the password is demo, which is same as the MX Linux. So you get the same credentials here. So let's see all this information here. Kernel is 6.1.0-17. GCC. So these are all the information you get in the distro. Not complete distro information. There is a lot of information to be shown. I'm going to show you that in a few seconds or a few minutes. So just pause the video and read everything, because I'm not going through all those things because it's going to take a lengthy video. It's going to make a lengthy video. So that's the reason I'm going to just ask you to pause the video and read everything if you want, or you can slow down the video and get all the information. So let's close all those things. Here is the same welcome as like MX Linux. So let's close it. Let's open the app menu about XFCE. Let's click enter. Here is the XFCE. So let's open the task manager to get the system resources. So this is the system resources. Right now it's almost 1.3 GB, which is almost 17% of 8 GB. So CPU is around like maybe below 30%, and process running right now are 296. So I'm going to keep the task manager in the right side corner. I'll make this type of thing in every Linux distro or in every video, so you can see all the changes throughout the video. So I'm going to place the task manager here, so you can see all the changes going throughout the video. So let's open the internet browser. We have like a Brave web browser. Usually you get a Firefox web browser in every Linux distro, but for a change you got a Brave browser. There are a lot of distros which put the Brave browser. Usually not so many, but there are few distros. So let's open the Brave browser and get the information from their official website. There is no official website of this Linux distro, but they have something like in a SourceForge. They made like a website in a SourceForge. I'm going to show that like a downloading process, all those things, information, all the things of the Fearless OS. So Brave browser takes a bit of time here to open, so let's still wait here. Let me cancel it. So CPU is around 80-90% because of the Brave browser. After it opens, it will go down again. So let's scroll it till here. Let's check the version of the Brave browser. It is a bit of lag, even if I have like a 8 GB of RAM, but for the sake of the CPU, I guess. The version you get is 1.61.1114, or the Chromium browser 120.0.6099.199. So let's go to the official website, or just to go to the SourceForge. You don't have SourceForge. Don't have like a official website. Sorry because I'm stuttering, because I'm too tired. I already made like a 3 videos today, so that's the reason. Ignore the stuttering in my voice. So let's go to the SourceForge. Hit enter. So here is the SourceForge. Let me open that. The browser is bit of lag, and maybe because of the CPU, I guess. The RAM is almost like a 2 GB. Verify you are a human. Let me verify that. So here you have like a SourceForge website. You just need to type in Fearless. Just type in, here it is, Fearless Geek OS. If you don't get any of the information, you just get the basic information. It's a respin of MX Linux XFCE edition. And this Linux distribution, or MX Linux respin, is geared towards developer as well as content creators. So I don't intend on eventually making this a full distribution. So you need to read everything so you get an idea of what is going on with the Fearless OS. So when you go to the Fearless Geek OS website, it's going to take directly to the SourceForge website again. The same thing. So here is the PDF. If you want for the introduction, you can go download those things, and if you want to test it, you can test it. I don't recommend you to download. You can download, but don't install on your main PC or work PC, because I don't even know what uh, is about the Fearless OS or Geek OS. So it's clearly up to you to whether to install it on your PC or not. But for the live boot or for virtual machine, you can try it on your own. There is no problem with that. But don't try to install it on your own, because I don't have any idea, or I don't have any complete information of this Linux distribution, so that's the reason. So if you still want to try it, you can try it. It's clearly up to you. So when you go to the files folder, you get ISOs. Before that, let's go to features. Features you get is XFCE with i3 tiling, and XFWM floating modes, which can be switched easily. Nix package manager, soon to have TUI and GUI front end for Nix package manager. So these are all the things you get in the features, and this was the introduction of the Fearless Geek OS. So when you go to the files, you have the ISOs and introduction to the Fearless Geek OS PDF. So let's go to the ISO files. I'm too tired, brother, so that's the reason my voice is stuttering. So there is already a 17 downloads, which is one is mine, so that's the reason it's 17. Maybe it should be 16, so no problem. The name of the ISO file should be like a FGOS Punk Rock Show 2024.1-1B. There is a lengthy name for this ISO files, so no need to worry about that. So the ISO file was uploaded yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. That's the ISO files. So you need to just click on the download, and it's going to download in a it takes like a 5 seconds, and after that it's going to start the download. As you can see, you need to save the file and you should be good with the download. So that's the downloading process. So let's get to the terminal and get some of the information. So let's scroll it down, and let's scroll it right side like this. So let me type in neofetch first. Here is the neofetch. Let me type in inxi. Here is the inxi. Inxi dash small b. So I'm not going to say everything here because it's going to take a lot of time and it will make a video lengthy. So that's the reason, just pause the video and read everything. So these are all the important information of the distro. So that's the reason, just pause the video or you can slow down the video. INXI dash capital G. Next one is INXI dash capital F. So instead of all this typing, you can just type in the single command, which is inxi-swait. You get all the distro information. Let me show you that. inxi-swait. Hit enter. You get complete distro information in the this command, almost like a network, Bluetooth, the SATA, not the SATA, graphics, all those things, memory, machine system, all the information is here, which is CPU, vulnerabilities, graphics, monitors, network, audio, all the information is here in just by typing the inxi-swait command. You get all the monitor, display, all those information also. So the version of inxi, bash, all those things. So let me type in cat:/etc:/issue. Hit enter. So you got all the information. So let's try the desktop now. So here is the desktop. So we almost covered everything information of the distro. So let's close the command or the terminal. Close the window. So let's see what are the applications you get in the Fearless OS. So these are all the applications you get in the Fearless OS. Almost everything, I guess. You get a GIMP, Inkscape, Kdenlive, LibreOffice, almost every day-to-day task or the day-to-day useful applications you get here. For the basic user, it's almost everything. For the people who need extra, so you need to download it on your own. You get a Thunderbird also. So you have a VLC media player. Almost day-to-day task apps are available here. So that is pretty good. So let's try to open and test whether this distro will handle all the applications once or not. So I do the test in every Linux distro. I've been making like this from past 6 years. I'll open like a 15 or maybe 10 to 12 apps and see the system resources and whether it will crash or not, or it will just freeze there. So that's the test I'll always do in my every video. So you can you get an idea whether to use this distribution or not. People who use like a heavy apps, like opening some like 10 to 12 apps at once, so that's the reason I will test. So even a normal user can see that video and it will help them whether to use that Linux distro or not. So that's the reason I do this test usually. So let me open some other apps, like let's open the appearance also. Let's open something like Audacity. Let's even open what we have here is let's scroll it down. We have file manager. Let's open file manager too. So ignore the delay in while opening the applications because we are trying to open the all the applications at once. So that's the reason it is taking a bit of time here. You need to worry when we are switching the applications. It shouldn't lag. So that's the thing you need to focus on, main thing here. Let's open Featherpad. So I have like a 8 GB of RAM. I know don't need to be worried. So if you have like a 2 GB of RAM, it should be. I don't think you need to test this type of things because it's going to just freeze if you have a low end PC or 2 GB of RAM. So that's the reason. So in 2024, I don't think 2 GB of RAM will be a good option for to use in the Linux distro. There are some Linux distros which is okay with the 2 GB of RAM, but it's almost 2024. It's a 2024, so it's better idea to have at least a 4 GB of RAM for the Linux distro. So I hope you understand that. So let me open some other apps. We already opened everything. So let's open the LibreOffice too. Even you have like a Krita, you have like a Kdenlive, all the useful apps. So let me open Kdenlive. So as you can see, it is taking for some time here because I already opened like a Kdenlive and LibreOffice at once. So that's the reason. So let's switch to Task Manager. So everything is going good. It's still 2.5 GB. That's pretty awesome. It's consuming a less RAM here. As you can see, it's 2.6 GB and CPU is not stable. That's the only thing. You don't have a stable graph here. You just get a high peak in the graph, low peak in the graph. So there is not a stable graph there in the CPU. So let me open GIMP. So I think we almost pretty much covered everything, I guess. All the main apps are opened. So I think I need to open like a Krita and I should stop. Let's open Krita. I think we are good, I guess. So that's the reason I said even if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, it will be still good to use this type of Linux distros. So if you have like a 2 GB of RAM, it should be like a 1.8 GB and it should be already covered. It should be like a freeze or stuck with the application. So that's the reason I mentioned to you to have like a 4 GB of RAM in 2024. So if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, almost every XFCE desktop environment distros which has XFCE environment, you should be good to run all the those type of distros because most of the Linux distros will have XFCE desktop environment. So you should be good. Whether the LXQT or some like a KD Plasma is also good in consuming a bit of resources, but when you compare with the GNOME desktop environments, almost the other desktop environments will consume a bit less there. So I'm not saying GNOME desktop is environment is bad. It consumes a bit of heavy resources, so that's the reason I'm saying that. So we almost opened all the applications, I guess. Almost every bit of resource consuming applications. So there is nothing left here, I guess. Yes, there is nothing left here, so we are good. So let's go to the task manager and check all the process running right now. So these are all the process running right now, which are 285, and the memory is almost a 3 GB of RAM. We opened almost like a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 apps. 11 applications are opened, almost like a image editor, video player, audio and text editor, office suite, all those things. So we have like a almost 5 GB of RAM in my laptop. But if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, you should be having like a still 800 MB left in your uh, PC. And I'm running in a live boot or a live media. So if you install it, it should be consuming a less MB, maybe 300 400 MB lesser. So or maybe still more than 300 400 MB. So I didn't install it because I already made 3 videos, so I need to make another 2 videos. So that's the reason I'm not going to install this Linux distro on my PC or virtual disk. So these are all the process. So let's switch the applications to see whether it lags or gets stuck with anything like that. So let's check the applications. As you can see, there is pretty much smooth, there is no lag or anything like that. So even if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, there should be a bit of delay, not a major delay. You should be getting in a milliseconds, that's it. So I recommend always to have like a 4 GB of RAM. It's 2024, so that's the reason. And always don't try to watch a single video and try to install, whether it's my channel or some other channel. Don't just watch my video and try to directly install on your own PC or work PC. It's always a good option to go check other channels, like a 5 to 6 channels, and check their videos, and after you satisfied, go with the installation. So it's your PC, so that's the reason you should be responsible. Sometimes it should crash or do anything harm to your PC, so that's the reason I always give warning to you. A warning or a recommendation or whatever you call it, it's clearly up to you. So that's the reason always when you're trying to install or use a Linux distro, new Linux distro which is released a few hours ago or a day ago, so you always go with the live boot first, then go with the installation later after you're satisfied and you don't get any bugs or anything in the live boot, then go with the installation. It's a good practice to do this type of things because it doesn't ruin your PC, because I don't want you to ruin your PC. So that's the reason I'm giving this option, or giving a warning, you can call it like that. So let's check the applications information and close the video, end the video. So these are all the applications. There is no lag or anything like that. I can switch easily. And my task manager, it's still 3.1 GB of RAM after opening all those applications. That is pretty much good. So you can easily run or use this type of Linux distro which consumes under like a 3 GB of RAM or lesser RAM. So you can use for day-to-day task or all those things. So let's check the version of the Thunderbird and close the applications. About Thunderbird, you get 115.6. Let's close it. I don't want to show you all the Thunderbird settings, all those things, because it's going to take a lot of time and it's going to make a lengthy video. So even if all this showing, it should take like a 30 minutes of video, so no one watches 30-minute lengthy video. So after showing all those things, it's going to take almost like a 2 hours or 3 hours of video. So that's the reason I'm just going to show you the about versions and end the video, because there are already other channels who make specific software information videos, so that you can check their videos. There is no need to worry, or I don't have any problem with that. You can check other channels for the specific application or anything like that. So like if you want a bulk rename, you can check other channel. I didn't make any type of videos on the bulk rename or the specific application, so you can check other channel and I don't have any problem. So let's check all the information of applications and close these things. So you get appearance here. So these are all the themes you get. MX Comfort, let's check this out. You get a dark version, you get a gray bird, all those things, like a black bird. Almost everything is already seen in the MX Linux. So icon sets, let's go to the icon sets. You get all these icon sets, fonts, settings. Again, these are all the same things, so let's close it. VLC media player 3.0.20, so let's close it. Audacity 3.4.2. Let's check the LibreOffice. You get 7.4.7.2. I guess the latest version should be like a 7.6, I guess. I didn't made any videos on the LibreOffice so far, so I don't know what version is running right now. About GIMP 2.10.34. Let's close this thing also. Inkscape, let's check the version. Thanks, new document. Kdenlive version is 22.12.3. So let's First check the Inkscape. The version you get is 1.2.2. Let's close this thing. Exit. Kden Live version already mentioned, so let's close this thing also. Krita, let's check the version of the Krita. You get a 5.1.5 in the Fearless OS, and this is a text editor. No need to type in, you can check on your own. Featherpad 1.4.1. So let's close this thing. File manager Pacman FM 1.3.2. So we pretty much closed everything. So let's go to the system files and check the files. I'm not going to go through all those things, so let's check some of the features. And home folder, desktop, trash. Let's get back here. So you get all the settings, like a preference, all those things. You already know how to use this, all those things, so it's a waste of time to show all those things. Let me go through all these things. So let's close this thing. And on the desktop features, you get it's your first time running the window mode switcher for XFCE. Would you like to run XFCE in floating mode or tiling mode? You can choose this option. I don't want to right now, but let's close this thing. You get the volume, internet connection, clipboard, battery, date and time, and power options. You get a package options here, about MX updater 23.07.02. So let's try this thing. Why not? We setting the mode requires logging out to XFCE and logging back in. Would you like to log out now? Yes. So the password is TEMO. So let's type in. So this is the logout screen or a login screen. You get all this information. So let's type in demo, login. It should take a few seconds or some time here to load up. Here we have the Fearless floating. Connection established. You are about to switch to tiling. Press OK to continue or cancel to abort. So let's click OK. Setting the mode requires logging out XFCE and logging back in. Would you like to log out now? No. So that's all those things. So I think that's the end of the video. So if I forgot to show anything, so do let me know in the comment section. So I'll be posting 2 videos daily. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out, which is already posted. I already posted a video. So if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe, or you can just watch my video or check others channels. I don't have any problem. You don't need to actually subscribe. If you want, you can. If you don't, it's clearly up to you. I don't have any problem with that. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. It helps make a good content for you. Other than that, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace out.